guys, it's Anne again. As you're hopping on, please say hello. Let me know if you can see me okay. Yay, I'm here. No, Jocelyn, I don't know what happened, but suddenly I couldn't see anything and I got this message to say that my camera wasn't working. And so go figure. I didn't touch a thing. I didn't do a thing. I'm here to share this training on how I made 73,000 in 10 days without doing a launch. This isn't life or death, right? And you can always catch the replays. Hey Tamika, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to be here to share how I made 73,000 in 10 days without doing a launch, right? Because this is the thing, like there are so many different ways to do business and, launching isn't for everyone. And I just wanted to share some insights on what I did. And I did it entirely on my personal profile, right? So that's another thing, because obviously this Facebook group is my baby. I love this group. This is where I really kind of lead with a lot of value. But this particular experience, because it wasn't a launch, let's call it a promotion, happened entirely on my personal profile. So, and I've done many of these before. I've done them inside of this Facebook group before as well. And my previous best result before this one was 41,000 in 5 days. So same, but slightly different. This was a little bit longer, but a little bit more. So, hey Leticia, good to see you. If you're joining me, and let me know where in the world you're joining me from. As always, the more you interact and ask questions, the more you will get out of today's session, right? So please don't be shy. I honestly am willing and I'll answer absolutely any questions that you may ask me, right? And if you are catching the replay, hashtag replay to let me know. Your sound is a little crackly. That really sucks. Listen, the weather in Melbourne has been really, really shit. So it's been really bad. So maybe, but I'm not getting any kind of weird Wi-Fi problems coming to me. Guys, can you let me know if the sound is bad for everyone? Because I don't know, my Wi-Fi seems to be really good. So let me know, because I don't know what else to do. Maybe, do I do round 3? Do I shut this down and start again? Let me know. Hey, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Afi? Okay. Let me know, please. Yes, a little bit crackly, but not too bad. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Let's just keep going because, let's get into this. I'll try and get all the juicy details out as soon as I can. If you have any questions as you're watching the replay, tag me in your questions so I get a notification and I will come back and answer them as well. So before I go any further, let me just super quickly introduce myself to those of you who are new to my world, because I know there are lots of beautiful new women who have come into this Facebook group specifically for this training. So thank you for being here. I'm Anne Ryan. I'm a business mentor and a mindset coach, and I help my clients who tend to be coaches and consultants to package and position their value so they can earn more and work less whilst keeping business super simple, right? And essentially, as the name of this group suggests, I help my clients to create and sell high-ticket offers. And we put systems in place that allows them to get incredible results, right? Working just about 4-ish hours a day, yeah? With high-ticket, right? Ladies, we don't need to work with as many clients, right? And we can still provide, with high ticket, we can provide a really high level of service, and we can still have a really big impact through free trainings just like this, right? That I'm sharing today, because I share a lot of information, a lot of value in my free trainings. I have so much abundance. I'm not scared to share. I'm not scared to share the how either, right? Because there's so much more that my clients get. and I'm more than happy to share this value. And when you think about it in many ways, if 100 people watch a free training, it's possible that between 2 to 4 people may one day become a client, right? They're the kind of conversion rates that are out there. So we can still have so much impact with incredible value that we share. Hey, Loveness. Hey, Neve. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, gorgeous ladies. I appreciate you all after all my technical challenges to start. But let's get into this. So, full disclaimer, my 73Ks in 10 days came from just 5 sales, right? 4 were brand new clients, and 1 was a renewal of a past client. Yeah. So tell me in the comments, just drop a number. How many sales would you have to close to earn about $73,000? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. See, high ticket sales has been the vehicle to my success to date, right? And high ticket sales is the solution to earning that kind of full-time income whilst working part-time, in my opinion, right? And you'll hear me saying this time and time and time and time and time again. It's not about putting a high price tag on something that's just not worth it, but it is about creating a really valuable offer that solves a high value problem, right? So if you want to sell high ticket offers with or without launching, because we can do it in all the ways. There's no cookie cutter solution here, although this training is very focused on without launching, then drop a hashtag promo or reach out via the DMs so we can have a conversation and see if we're a good fit, right? And see if I can actually help you. I'm opening up just 2 more spots this year for enrollments before 2023. So your time is now, ladies. It is now, right? If you want 2023 to be your best year yet, or even just better than this year, right? Something has to change, because doing what you've always done has got you to this point, which is awesome, right? And some of you and some of my clients, I'm so blessed with the clients that I work with. They are doing really well already, right? And it's just taking them to the next level. One of my most incredible clients, who may be on this call right now today, one of my 4 new clients, who probably started working with me about 2 weeks ago, made her 12-month investment back in 1 week, right? And that's how quickly some of my clients get results, and others need a little bit longer, which is why we have a 12-month container, yeah? And I have no hesitation in offering an ROI guarantee. So before getting deeper into this training, and I am going to check your numbers out, let me ask you another question. Do you know what a launch is? I'm sure you do, but I'm curious. How do you feel about launching? Do you love launching? Do you not like launching? Let me know. And let me look at these numbers here. So Leticia, yeah, you're also in high ticket. So for you, it's about 7 sales. Veronica, 24 sales. So 24. Okay, so yours is around the 3K mark. Okay, cool. So Veronica, I used to have an offer about this time last year, which was maybe, it was around the 5K mark, right? So it's fine. It's still, sort of at the higher ticket end, but the higher the ticket, the lower the number of sales that we need, right? And the more value that we can deliver, and the more impact that we can have with the clients that we work with, because we're working with less and all those things, right? Charlotte, 8 to 24. Okay, cool. So you've kind of got that sort of mid and the kind of, no, that's cool. That's all good. Leticia, no, me too. Look, she's a badass, and she just, She just came in, she kind of went, right, this is what I want to do. And we kind of went straight into it. And, and some of my clients, they don't even check my training platform because it's not a course that I'm selling. It is really a lot of coaching, and it's about looking at exactly where you are in your business right now and how to move you forward, right? So, yes, it's pretty exciting. So, launching. I'm sure you know what a launch is, right? But just so we're all on the same page, let me just kind of quickly cover off like exactly what a launch is. So a launch is a kind of an activity that a business does. It's super planned, it's super coordinated, yeah, and it's taking an offer to the market, right? So it's you know it's launching, yeah, so that you can make sales, obviously. And often a launch has a start and an end date. So it runs for a particular period of time. That can vary from person to person and from business to business. It can be for a product or for a service. And often there's a very special offer that is made that is only available for a limited period of time, right? And so that sort of creates that urgency and a reason for people to make a buying decision. Now, in this coaching world, it's really common for coaches to deliver like a training or a masterclass or a webinar, right, in amongst their launch. Yeah, so often it's on the back of that. So they have all this lead generation activity that they do, then they do this big training, masterclass, webinar, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and that might last for 3 days or 5 days. It doesn't really matter. Like webinars typically might be like an hour and a half or something like that. And then on the back of that, they make a sale, right? Or multiple sales, obviously. They make an offer to you, right? And it's a very limited time or limited number of spots or some kind of urgency around that offer, right? And there might be bonuses and, that kind of thing. So I'd love to know, do you launch now? Do you love launches? Do you hate launches? How do you feel about launches? This training is not about launches, but I'm just curious, right? Because I want to then kind of share about exactly what I did. So Leticia says, I don't like them. I don't like the pressure made on clients. I love what they feel. I love when they feel calm and joyful. Yeah. True. Look, there is a lot of pressure, and often it's self-imposed pressure as well. Yeah. And yes, and there is some pressure on our clients to make a buying decision, because often the offer is only available for a particular period of time. That's not to say that product or that service is not available all the time, but that particular offer is a limited time offer, right? And the truth is, it can be really, really effective to get people off the fence. It's as simple as that, yeah? And that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, yes, I agree with you, Leticia, gorgeous woman, I love you. I completely agree with you. It's putting pressure on people, but on the other hand, you're just activating people to take action, right? Because as coaches, it is our job to help people to make decisions so they are heading towards what it is that they want and they're not remaining stuck, And so I kind of have mixed feelings about it, right? And at the end of the day, we're all adults and we have to make the decisions that's right for us, and that's the thing. So Charlotte, daunting. Yeah, look, and different people feel very differently about it. There are so many people out there who absolutely love it. And there are some big name coaches who kind of do one huge launch a year, or maybe they might do 2 or 3 big launches a year, right? And that is their entire business model. Yeah, and it's super effective. And often what we refer to as launches, is just a very simplified small version of what it is that these huge coaches are doing, who they have like multi-million-dollar launches, and they put hundreds and thousands of dollars into advertising and promotion and all the things. So this launch is huge, right? And, you know, it's a business strategy, right? And we've got to just find what works for us. So launches can come with a fair amount of self-imposed pressure as well, because, you know, there's a lot riding on it. There's a big build up towards it. And sometimes we may not make any money from it, right? Which can be really, really disheartening and daunting and stressful. So, and a good launch, as the name suggests, can massively propel your business as well, right? So, here's the thing, launches don't suit everyone. And which is why, you know, I'm going to be talking about what it is that I did, which is just a different version of it, right? But the other thing that I wanted to share is there are ways of taking a launch that may not have performed as well and still getting great results out of it, right? So the thing that you are focusing on, which is meant to propel these huge results, can be reused and repurposed over a longer period of time. So, and I've done that, right? And I've done launches that have flopped. I've done launches that have been hugely successful, and I've done launches that I've continued to make money from for 12 months afterwards as well, right? So let me ask you this question. Hey, Sophia, good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen you, but lovely to see you. Who here has seen my 5-part video series on how to create and sell high-ticket offers? Or maybe you may have seen a 3-part video series called the 5K Clients Accelerator. Let me know. Drop a 5 or a 3 if you've seen either of them, right? They're around, and I've done them in the last couple of years. So those trainings were from launches, right? You may not have attended the launches live, and that's okay. But I have reused them for 12 months after the original launch and actually made hundreds of thousands of dollars from those launches. Yeah. And so I've used them like a lead magnet. If you're familiar with lead magnets, you know, I've used them as a training, a valuable piece of information that people can access to get a particular result or outcome, and then with a call to action, if my trainings resonate, you know, then book a call or reach out via Messenger, and I've been able to make clients for literally like 12 months later. Yeah. And then 12 months later, I'll do another launch. And so that is a possibility too, right? We can remove a lot of this pressure that we put on launches by having just a different frame and a different perspective on what it is that we're doing without having the stress of launching, right? But that's not how I made the 73,000 in 10 days. That's just another way I've made money by repurposing content from a launch without launching. Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions, gorgeous ladies. Just let me know, and I'm happy to go into any part of it in a bit more details. So, yes. Now, what else? So, to make 73,000 in 10 days without doing a launch, what did I do? Are you ready for this? Because I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to ramble for 20 minutes before I got to this, but with the technical issues, and I just wanted to get some context around launching and also give you a bit of a positive reframe about launching as well, because I know a lot of people don't enjoy launching, and quite honestly, I'm not a huge fan of it myself either. So are you ready to hear about how it is that I made $73,000 in 10 days without launching. Are you ready? Yes. Yay. Leticia is ready anyway. I'm guessing if you're still here, you, you must be ready, right? And this is not some long-winded and complicated strategy. So you're going to miss this if you're not really listening right now, because nothing that I do is complicated. It will sound way too simple, and that's because it is. And I'm guessing you might have, oh no, I'm getting check your internet connection, action needed. Your live stream is experiencing issues. Are you guys seeing me and hearing me okay? I may have to record this and stream it into the group later. Let me know. I'll keep rambling, and otherwise I'll just stop and I'll record it and stream it in later. We've had really, really bad weather in Melbourne, so I'm guessing that is impacting the internet. Oh, you can hear me okay. Okay, Leticia, thank you. Bloody Facebook, it just throws me every time. I just got this huge error message. Okay, cool. All right, just as I got to the crux of this whole freaking training, and I'm just sort of saying, all right, it's simple, ladies. It is really, really simple. So the promotion is what I did. So what's a promotion, right? And what's the difference between a launch and a promotion? There's not a whole lot of difference between the two, except in how where we've focused the emphasis, right? So all I did, right, is, now, are you familiar with Black Friday and the Black Friday promotions that were running a couple of weeks ago in November, right? I know every single one of you would be familiar with them, right? So who here ran a Black Friday promotion? Drop a BF, Black Friday, BF for Black Friday, just so I know. Was it successful? Tell me. I didn't run a Black Friday promotion, right? Awesome. So a promotion is like a sale. It's like a Black Friday sale, except if you've been in my world for any period of time, you'll know I don't recommend sales, nor do I do sales, right? Because I feel that they devalue our work and our offer. But that's just a personal opinion only, and I really truly respect everyone's right to choose. And I actually love a good sale, and I purchased a few things during Black Friday, so I love it, right? And it is a super effective way of making money. Yeah, but what I do is, instead of reducing the price, which is what most people do, when I run a promotion, I increase the value. Yeah. So I ran a 5-step promotion, which I did over a 10-day period. Now, I've done this in 5 days too. So at the start of this training, I mentioned that inside of this group, I made 41K in 5 days running very similar thing. And it's because I did it 5 consecutive days. This one, it just kind of went over a weekend, and you know, I took a day off in between and did some other stuff and whatever. So it took about 10 days, right? And I shared a very special offer for anyone who signed up during that time. And I did it all in written content. It was all just posts, right? So when I did the 73K in 10 days, I gave a bonus of additional one-to-one coaching for a 4-week period leading up to the new year, you know, so that people could do a big launch or create some serious momentum before the new year, right? So that's what I did. And keep in mind, ladies, I don't know how well you guys know me, because I know there are lots of new people watching this. I have one offer, right? I don't have 5,000 offers. I don't even have 5 offers. I have one offer all the time, one offer, right? So people can buy from me at any time. People can buy from me absolutely at any time. So I have to get really creative and find different ways to get people off the fence, to get people to make a buying decision now. Yeah. Um, I'm talking about the same things all the time, right? I'm not talking about this one week and that the next week. I mean, talk about different aspects of business, but it's all about keeping business simple, high ticket offers, and the different ways that I do business. And that's what I do a lot of these trainings on, right? So a promotion is really, really helpful to add some spice and create some urgency for people to act now instead of next week or next month or next year, right? And this is not about pressure or anything. This is about saying, well, this is available now, same as Black Friday is available now, right? And you decide, do you want it now or do you not want it now? And if you make a promotion juicy enough, then, and people have been sort of going, oh my gosh, I'd really like to work with you, and, they're thinking about it, then they're going to jump off the fence, right? And they're going to make a buying decision. And there are many promotion ideas, right? So this time it was additional coaching. And there are so many different ways that I do this throughout the year. So I continue to get people to make buying decisions, right? So let me know in the comments if you run promotions, yeah. And what do you typically offer? Do you discount your pricing? Again, there is seriously no judgment from me, right? There really isn't. If you choose to discount and have sales, that's absolutely okay. It's your business. Sales really are a very effective way of bringing in a cash injection to a business. It's a really valid strategy that so many businesses use, yeah. I don't. But I know it's a valid strategy, right? And if my clients decide they'd like to do a sale, I 100% still support them because it's not my business, it's their business, and it's none of my business. I have my opinions, which I share, but at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong, it's just about doing what you feel like doing because it's your business. So, and I 100% respect that. So, if you'd like to learn more about this, obviously, and want to figure out how you can be doing more promotions in your business without discounting or without having sales and so on, then, hashtag promo or send me a DM and, I may be able to help you on this because I've just got 2 more spots, right, for enrollment this year because I can't work with lots of clients. I can't, right? I have a limit to how many clients that I can work with at any one time. And so, and this is the sort of stuff that we do around high tickets and promotions. And some of my clients do launches and I help them with their launches, and others don't love it. And so they don't have to, and we look at other strategies in different ways. Here's the thing, no matter what your goal is for your business, if you're not where you want to be, then something has to change, right? Something has to change. So let me just quickly catch up here. I'll come to Leticia, you've only got 1 offer as well. Okay, I apologize if I've missed some comments. I will come back and read absolutely everyone's comments, and any questions I miss, I will definitely come back to them. So Elaine asked, are you selling modules normally? Are you selling modules normally? I sell the same thing all the time, Elaine. So I have a mastermind, right? And that's what I'm selling all the time. It's just sometimes I'm always selling the mastermind. I'm always selling the mastermind, but sometimes I do these promotions where I might offer some extra value. And here's the thing, Elaine, all my clients get this extra value, right? Not just the people who've just joined now, so over the course of a 12-month container, everybody gets the same amount of value. Everyone gets the same amount of support. Everyone gets exactly what they need. Because let me tell you, as a business coach, there is no better marketing for my business than my clients getting incredible results. I can do these trainings, I can do launches, I can do promotions, I can do all the things. And no matter how well I do them, the best marketing for my business is my client results. Yeah. And like I shared earlier, one of my newest beautiful clients who's possibly on this, watching this right now, she was doing really well already. She just wanted an extra pair of eyes on her business. She came on board in 1 week. She made her return on investment, her 12-month investment, right? And imagine what we're going to create and co-create and achieve over the next 52 months. Yeah. And then, I've shared previously about other clients, and Haley's another one who joined, who was already doing quite well as well, but she was sort of hovering around that 10 to 15K mark. And, within 3 months, she was at 100Ks, and she's consistently sort of in that 100K plus per month, just from working with a coach. Not because she didn't have the skills and the talents and the capability, but we all have blind spots, and so sometimes when you work with a coach, they're going to see your blind spots, and that's kind of where a huge amount of the benefit lies. Yeah. I've equally helped clients who've not been making money, who've been still running their business while in their 9 to 5, and they've been able to quit their 9 to 5. And clients who've worked with other coaches and haven't had the best experience and haven't been able to have the breakthrough. And, they've gone on to make high ticket sales at, $10,000 when they previously couldn't sell at $1,000, So, yeah, I don't know if I just went off at a ramble there, but the point is that the promotion has to be something, unless you're discounting, which I'm not a fan of. The promotion has to be something that's of value that people are going to think, yeah, I really, really want that. Like an extra month or bonus coaching or something else. Yeah. But of course, the client results plays a part. Tamika says, I actually haven't but I help my clients I need to learn how to do it myself. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? And sometimes it really is that kind of blind spot that we have, and we sort of go, we can look at somebody else's business and say, this is exactly what it is that you need to do. This is exactly what the gap is. But in our own business, we can't do that, right? And in my case, I'm also working with coaches who have all these different beautiful modalities that they use, and they're really talented, gifted coaches, but they're not necessarily sales and marketing experts, nor do they need to be. But as solo entrepreneurs, we have to kind of wear 5,000 different hats, and have to figure it all until we're earning enough money that we can hire a team and outsource some of these things. Yeah, right, Elaine. So you give more sessions or reduce the price, and that's fine, right? Each their own. So, but it is creating that kind of sense of right. this is the offer. Are you in or are you out at this limited time? And in my case, it's not just kind of false urgency. It is like a true limitation of how many people I can take on and support at any one time and offer them a particular solution. I've never run so Charlotte, you said never run a promotion, but I do offer additional value. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, look, I mean, the promotion. The promotion is the fact that there is some sort of a limit, right? We don't want to create yeah, there's some sort of a limit to it, which is what gets people to make that decision. How many people are in your mastermind at the moment? That is a very good question. I think right now, Leticia, I have about, I want to say, maybe about 14, but they're at different stages. I have some clients who I literally talk to once a month. And then I have some clients that I talk to at every single day. Some clients I talk to multiple times a day. And it's okay. Everyone's at different stages and everyone needs different levels of support, right? My bottleneck is often with the onboarding and how many people I can take on at any one time. And especially around a time when I'm offering sort of some big bonus or some additional coaching, I've got to be really mindful of how much I'm also working, because I have a family and I have other commitments in my life. And, I have to be really, really mindful of that. But quite honestly, about 80% of my time is spent with my clients, and I only spend about 20% of my client time on sales and marketing, and it's really, really manageable. And I have a super leveraged business, and you can ask absolutely any single one of my clients. Absolutely every one of them is seen and heard and understood and supported, and they feel, I pay a lot of attention to them. Yeah, so this isn't like a number. Like my clients are not like it's not that big. Yeah, and so on a group coaching call, it ranges between 2 people showing up and 8 people showing up, because I offer support in so many different ways that, and different time zones as well, that, everyone gets what they need. Thank you, gorgeous Tamika. That is very kind of you to say you love my style of coaching. I appreciate you so much. Cool. Where are we at? I better go. Better continue, because I haven't actually given you the details of the 5 days. So, yeah, I'm the only English-speaking lady that's pronouncing your name in French. Oh, Leticia, come on. I mean, it's not hard, right? Like, it's like I just hear. I'm good with my ears, and so there was a gorgeous lady whose name I just could not figure out how to pronounce, but once I hear it, I'm fine. So, So, running promotions or launches, whichever you like, and there are so many different strategies out there, right? Now, let me get to, because I've got some notes here and I'm going to skip right through them, because I need to get to the details of the 5 days a bit more, because I haven't told you that yet. So, because I've rambled and I've gone off track and I've completely gone off my notes, which I have got on my screen, and I'm just trying to keep in track. Right, this is the point that I want to make. Whether it's a launch, whether it's a promotion, whether it is whatever it is that you're doing, that kind of a specific thing. It's not the everyday business as usual stuff, right? But when you're doing this specific thing, there's kind of a sequence of events and marketing that needs to happen, right? Um, like I said, I did mine entirely with posts. So there was no trainings involved, there were no masterclasses involved or any of those things. I mean, I show up and do a Facebook Live in here every single week, and that's part of my everyday business, right? But this particular thing was just sharing written posts. And there is a psychology, right, behind everything that we do that really, really helps to get a particular outcome. And to get these people who might be on the fence, these incredible women who we know would be a great fit to work with us, but for whatever reason, they're holding back, right? So as I mentioned before, I kind of follow like a 5-step approach, right? And to my promotions. So the first step, or it could be the first post, or it could be the first day, whichever way you want to look at it, is when you create like some interest, right? You're just gauging interest in your audience. It's a little bit of like a teaser post, right? And but it needs to come from like a really good energy and a really good place, yeah. And so I might say something like, I have this. I'm really transparent and honest about what it is that I do, right? So sometimes I might say I've had this download that came to me when I was in the shower that I can't wait to share with you. Or I might say I've been thinking about a particular thing that I think would be really useful for, other coaches, and I'm working through those thoughts and I can't wait to share with you. That kind of thing, right? Just to create this kind of hype and interest and intrigue, and it's a bit of a teaser, right? To get people interested. So you do that. Then the second step is to give a little bit more, but again, not to give it all. So I typically will share what's been coming up for me, my transformation that I've been able to achieve, a bit of a backstory about where I've been, where I am, or it could be a story about a client, where they were, where they are, and what it is that prompted me to think about creating something special that I'm going to share. And again, I'll be kind of seeking out interest without really telling people what it's all about, right? And this kind of actually also really helps with the algorithms too, right? Because people are interested, people are interested in hearing something, learning something, finding out, this particular training this week got a lot of interest. It was just one post and it's got hundreds of people who are interested in it, right? And so, and I don't take that lightly. It doesn't, it's not an easy thing to do, but it's actually just one post with one sentence, more or less, yeah? And so this kind of really helps to also bring in more interested people, yeah? That's the whole point of it. then the third step is then to actually start sharing, right? Because you can't tease for too long. You can't just create intrigue and hype and all those things for too long. Yeah. And so then I will start sharing about the offer and talking about what the special promotion is. And what happened for me in this particular promotion that I ran in November was I made 2 sales at that point. I had 2 people who were both on the fence. Yeah, 2 people who were both on the fence who reached out and said, I'm in, right? Then I did the 4th step, which is again sharing more about the promotion, but also more about the mastermind and more about client results. So with each one, I'm kind of giving more, yeah. And then I got one more sale from a complete stranger that I had never met before, who I wasn't even aware was following me. And then I did my 5th post, and you can keep continuing, right? But I had 5 spots, and I think then by then also I had one renewal client. So by now I've got 4 spots have been gone, and I did my 5th post, and that was again giving more about my mastermind, more details about the promotion. And by now I was able to sort of say, I've only got 1 spot left, I think from memory. Well, the timing was different. I never said I have 1 spot left. I only ever said I have 2 spots left, because I didn't need to say I had 1 spot left, because because I sold one to a renewal client. And yeah, and the 5th sale that I made, or that 4th sale, whichever order they came in, I can't even remember now, was also someone brand new, who was not in my vision, who was not in my inbox, who was not in my liking, loving, and commenting on all my things. And literally, she went from being a complete stranger to a client in 24 hours. True story. And she's the same person that I've mentioned before that got her ROI in 1 week. So there's that, right? It is that simple. And if you blinked, if you walked away, if you took a toilet break, if you went to have a coffee, you may have missed it, because it can be that simple. Yes, Reggie's in the place. Hey Karen, good to see you. Thank you for being here. So ladies, that is it, right? It was just 5 posts that got me there. I didn't have to do anything more than that. If you have any more specific questions about any of that, please, I'm not trying to hold back on sharing the information, but this is a Facebook Live and there's only so much detail I can go into, right? But go analyze my personal profile. You will see it all super transparently there, right? You can figure it out. You can reverse engineer it all. And you don't even have to hire me to be your coach. But if you do hire me to be your coach, then I can give you some very specific feedback. I can give you some very specific support. I can look at what it is that you've created, and we can together tweak and improve, rinse and repeat, and make it better and better and better. And I'm just an extra brain in your business, and I will see your blind spots. I will lovingly call you out on any bullshit, and that's what it feels like to work with me. And I'm a really lovely person, as you can tell, clearly. So, if you have any questions, let me see, what does Charlotte say? The concern is that my offer is soft, personal development, and I don't know how to strongly promise or tie it to an ROI. Yeah, that's a really good point, Charlotte. And I apologize if I missed your question above, but thank you for asking it again. Look, you can make intangible tangible, right? That's the thing. You can make intangible tangible, but vague, wishy washy, broad offers take a lot longer to sell. It's not to say that they won't sell ever. They take a lot longer for you to build know, like, and trust. They take a lot longer for you to build that authority. And they honestly, truly will eventually sell. They just take longer. The more specific you can get, the more tangible your results can be, the more, I think, easier it is to sell, right? It's not to say personal development doesn't sell, right? Every man and his dog is offering personal development, yeah. And then your competition becomes so much wider, and you are then one of so many people offering personal development, and it's so much harder for us to really stand out on social media. And that's the thing, right? And also for the pricing factor. Let me see. What do you mean by that? Well, the thing is, right, we have to really own our own pricing. We've just got to own it. Yeah. And if we don't think it's worth it, our clients won't think it's worth it. If we think we're charging too much, our prospects will think we're charging too much. Yeah. And this is the mindset and the energetics piece as well that sits behind all of this stuff that we do, right? It is so much easier to do more. It is so much easier to charge less. It is so much easier to, to complicate business, quite honestly. Keeping business simple isn't always easy, but it is simple because our mindset will always want us to complicate things, right? Our brain, our ego will keep telling us that we need to do more and we're charging too much and we're not enough. And who would want personal development? Everybody's offering personal development and all these things. And I know I just kind of said that myself, right? But what I mean is it is sometimes harder to stand out, but it doesn't mean you can never be successful. Because if I said that, I would be lying. The concern is that my offer is soft, less percentage dollars. Well, there's a price attached to everything, right? There's a price of divorce. There's a price of losing a child or not being the best parent in the world or having parent issues that have led to trauma and we've never healed from. And there's a price of having anxiety and depression. There's a price of everything, right? It's not just all about making money. Yeah. Like there are high value problems that are associated with in the wealth and money space, in the health and well-being space, and in the relationship space. Yeah. And connection and love. And it's about really understanding what the value is in the work that you do and really educating our clients on that as well, because there is a price to it. Yeah, absolutely. Relationships. I mean, like, do you know the cost of divorce? I'm not divorced, but I don't know the exact cost, but I know it's a huge cost, right? Associated with divorce. There's a price attached to any problem that is really impacting us in a big way. Anything that's keeping us stuck, you know, even lack of motivation, there's a cost to having a lack of motivation. Now, that's a really broad, vague, generalized statement there, but there is a cost to it. And that cost will be greater for some people than other people. Some people are more lazy, they have no ambition, they are happy to watch Netflix and they're happy. They're happy with a little, and that's fine, good for them. You know, that really is. I kind of admire people who are happy with a little. And then there are some people who have big dreams, big desires, big goals. They want so much. Yeah. So motivation costs them in a completely different way. And these are the kinds of things that we need to be talking to. Yeah. Personal development is such a broad topic, but within personal development, there are some really, really hard-hitting problems that can be solved that are incredibly valuable. Yeah. I have a client who's a parenting coach and she sells high ticket. And, you know, she too felt, would parents pay a high ticket price for, you know, parenting coaching? And the answer is yes. The emotional trauma and lack of peace and harmony that can be in a home when parents and kids are constantly at each other, yeah, and the fallouts that can come from that are huge. Yeah. Some parents may not care, and that's okay. Some parents may Google and go to YouTube and Pinterest and find all the free possible resources that they can and muddle their way through until 18, and that might be okay for them. And others might go, no, I want a solution and I want a solution now, right? And this world has got 8 billion people and there's space for us all, right? To have different desires, different wants, different needs, different levels of patience and impatience and now and later and all the things in between. Well, there was a little rant that I didn't expect, but you know, it was like, I'm basically saying that everything that we do as coaches can be incredibly valuable. It's just that we have to understand what the value is and where the value lies and how much that is actually worth, right? It starts with us and then it's the education that follows. I'd rather do evergreen, so launches feel stressful. Yeah, so Karen, my offer is evergreen too. And I agree, launches can feel stressful, but launches can kind of give a bit of a boost, right? It can propel things. It can bring in sort of a bit of quite a large cash injection sometimes into your business. And also equally, I completely respect and understand not everybody loves launches. Truth is, I don't love launches either. I may do a launch once a year, maybe 3-4 times a year, absolutely maximum. I used to do launches more, but I didn't really enjoy them. I found them incredibly stressful and I wasn't enjoying business as much when I had to do launches. It took up so much of my energy. Now I kind of love the way I do business now, and when I feel like it's been a while since I've done a launch and I really feel like I'm ready to do it, I do it. Okay? And I still don't put all the pressure on the launch because I am so confident and I know how much you can repurpose and make out of that launch afterwards as well. So there's that. You gave wonderful answers and examples. Thank you. Love you too. I love you too. I love you too. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here. It's always so much more fun to do a Facebook Live when I have people to bounce off. I'm so sorry about the technical issues and the Wi-Fi issues and all the issues, especially because I know this was a really popular training that a lot of people wanted, and I skipped a whole lot in the middle, but I don't think I left out any kind of major juicy pieces. But if you feel like there's any gaps, if you feel like you want to know more, Um, Reach out, comment obviously, anything about this training, just comment below. I will answer. Tag me if you're watching the replay, so I can say thank you to you and I can answer any questions that you may have. But if you want to explore what working with me looks like, then send me a DM, or I think I said hashtag promo. I think that's what I said. So do that, and hopefully you can be a client. Thank you for watching. Bye.